Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay, everyone. Okay. Let me just give it a shot. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And yes, this is my YouTube channel. My name is Isaac, and I don't know how to give all this amazing intro. I hope you guys will like my intro anyway. So to get to the main deal of today, yes, I'm talking about yes. Today is just for my people out there that are the beginner friendly. Like, well, I say beginner friendly. Yes, I'm talking about just beginner level programmer or beginner level software engineers that are out there that are getting themselves first dirty with what Python. They're getting themselves dirty with Python, and they want to know how to program. They know how to do all this way stuff, build software, build app, build all this awesome app for themselves, build all this crazy web application, build all this software school, all this cool software for themselves and stuff like that. So into this talk, I feel like wow, this is gonna be cool. I have working on yes, I've been talking about this series for a long time, for a very long time, and into this video, I'll be giving you guys the full details of how it works. So Python is a programming language, and Python has a lot of stuff you can benefit from. It's like a monofunctional programming language. It has a lot of vitals and vital important stuff you can enjoy dealing with it or putting yourself dirty with it and just playing with it anyway. So yep, I don't have to talk more. I go straight to into the deal of the day, and the deal of the day is what to get my beginner level out there, the element of playing with Python, dealing with Python, building awesome software for themselves, and to learn how to play with the basics. Let's just get to sit with fundamentals. Most times, programming and software engineering always this with coding sometimes, and sometimes you have to deal with the technical stuff, documentations, and all this hacking stuff like that. And I don't talk much. I've been talking much already, so. So to cut the long story short, let me just go straight to the point. Yes, I'll be talking about the what Python, the basis of Python, fundamental of Python, and yes, most times when you want to learn how to program, learn how to build software, you have to learn how to build from scratch, learn how to deal with the basics because most crazy guys you're seeing out there, like air code crazy guys you're seeing nowadays, are those software, those guys you are spending out there. You are what? That they are giving you vibe out there. They start from somewhere too. They have this knowledge or building something cool for themselves, and at the end, they will what make themselves what valuable to companies that they are working for or for themselves. Some of them might be self-employed. Some of them might be working for the big companies like the fan companies out there, the Facebook, Amazon, Google, and stuff like that. So, and that's just from my end. Let me just get straight to the point already. Yes. Today's video is for the beginner level out there, and if you're not a beginner level, I don't think this video will be valuable to you. But you can feel free to watch just to give yourself a little review of what you've learned so far about what you've known so far about Python programming or Python software. Let me put it that way. And what else? And that's just it. I think most times programming has to deal with basis. When you're cool with basis, you can decide to move into any field you want to move in because this tech world is multi-dimensional. It encompasses a lot of what usage. I can decide to use my Python programming language knowledge to dive into software programming. I can decide to use my Python programming knowledge to dive into web applications, web programming. I decide to use my Python knowledge to what to into data analysis or data science. What I can decide my Python programming language to move into AI, this artificial intelligence world, which is the what the detective AI and what's it called, the native AI stuff like that, and it's just so awesome and so much functional. Let me put it that way. So yes, today is just the basis, giving just a little fundamentals. I think I will have to spend like up to an hour on this video for it to just get you guys out there with the basis of Python and put it that way. So I yes basis. Let me go to the straight to the point. Yes, basis. These are the things we're covering today, and if you are cool with these five key steps, 5 key points I'm talking about, I think you don't really have much to dive into, or you don't really have much to what to know, and you can with these 5 key points, if you're okay with this 5 key points, this video my 5 key points I've listed here, you can decide to move into the advanced part of programming, either the OOPs, either the either moving into either moving into the field you're really passionate about, either web apps, either a web developer or a software developer or a mobile app developer or any kind of field you want to dive into from Python. Because as a Python software engineer, I can try to move into mobile apps like using Flutter Wave. Sorry, I said Flutter Wave. I said using Flutter. Flutter is a cross platform mobile SDKs that you can use to build a what build a build a mobile app for yourself. Used to be the mobile app for yourself. So I can try to use. So that's just it. And the reason why I'm talking about Flutter is because Flutter is does this with UI for UI and the backend for yourselves. And if you are most time dealing with all these fintech web apps, or say fintech, all this fintech mobile or mobile phone, there isn't APIs at the back end. Like for example, OP is a general, is a well-known fintech mobile house that are making use of APIs at the back end. So I cannot write their API. I don't know if OP is using Python as that web app backend APIs, and it can just use any language you want. And it's just depends on how it is being built or the functional stuff of the backend, or let me put it that way. So I I just explain what are the uses of Python, what are the benefits you enjoy learning the Python from scratch. Yes, I talk about building web apps, building mobile apps using the like most times I think there are some I'll make a special video on that. There's some platform, there's some tools now or SDKs now that will make you guys to build a full-fledged mobile app. So if you're using your Python knowledge or Python softwares, and you don't need to want to learn all this stuff I mentioned earlier about Flutter or using this Kotlin for Java for your native apps, or using the Swift or the Objective-C for what iOS apps. So there are some communities that are coming up. This new system, new technologies that are coming up every day. That's just what technology is all about. It's just very dynamic, and if you want to stay updated about what is trending, what is being used about the software you want to learn, you just have to join the community, or to always figure it out how to do this stuff on your own by checking online, by being always active on which technology is trending and which one to use, or which one is best for the solutions or for the product you want to build. Let me put it that way. So I will create a special video on that especially, and this is a video for beginner level. I don't want to go deep into the advanced part of software. So yes, let me go back to what I was talking about. So yes, I talk about base data type, I talk about variable and values, I talk about inputs, building custom functions, and building functions. I'll talk about decision making. Yes, decision making stuff that you need to dive into inside this Python programming tool, and the basic arithmetic. I think with this knowledge, it's just a wide topic. I think with this the 5 key points I'm discussing here, you'll be able to go home or have this basic knowledge of Python programming and put it that way. So yes, just watch it to the end, and let's move from the first. We'll be going from the first one to the last part of the points of the videos. So the first one is the base data type. So a base data type of Python. Yup. Yes, base data type of Python. Yes, I'm going back to my second Python file here. Yes, and before I move on, I think I have to say this. And most times, so before moving to the retalk of today, I'm using VS Code and Git Bash. It's obvious I'm using VS Code and Git Bash, and sorry, I'm using VS Code and Git Bash, and I'm using I think you have to install. Let me check. Where's the session part? This is now about how to start Python. Can you see? Wow, it's loading. Wow, can you see? These are the three things you need. Let me just give you guys a short of what we'll be using in the video. So I talk about, yes, I said the VS Code. I'm using VS Code for this video, and I don't go deep into that now because this video is just basically for Python. We're using Git Bash. Or if you want to create a special video on how this thing works, or how to install it, or get it up and running on your PC, just leave it down. I'll create a special video on that. And VS Code, Git Bash, and the last one is, I think these are the two major things you need for to get yourself up and running Python program on your system. So yes, Python, this extension part is where you've been installing this is just only what you need. This is an extension from Microsoft, and you see it's just from Microsoft. It's valid with this what blue tick here. So when you install these three things, you're good to go with learning Python using using your VS Code. So let's move on. I think we're done. It's installed already, and I don't want to disable it because it will give some stuff on my system or on my VS Code. So yes, I think yes, let's start. The first point here is what the first key point we're talking about is data types. Yes, let me just say this now. Most of the programming language out there have the similar basic data type. Yes, all this. I think if you can watch what I have on my screen, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data types. You have 7 data types of what? Let's say 7 data types of what? 7 data types of Python programming, and some languages might be 8, and some languages might be 9. I think Java, a programming language, is 9 or 8. I'm not sure. I don't really know much about Java, and and maybe I don't know if the future project I'll be working on, the side project I'm working on, will be dealing with Java, because most times when you are choosing programming language to start with, it's always this with which one is best fit for the problem you want to solve. For example, if I did dive into if I want to go full fledged into the mobile apps, I have to go deep into Java very well. So, and I think the first programming language I started was Python. Is it Python? It was okay. I think I started with JavaScript. When I was okay with JavaScript to some extent, I went to what Python. So, yes, I was talking about. Sorry for I was just giving you some little inkling of what I've worked on, so stuff like that. So, yeah, this is the basic type of Python we have here. Yes, we have set, you have list, you have dictionary, you have tuple, you have string, you have integers, you have boolean. So I yes, the first one is yes, these are the basic data type of Python programming we have. Yes, the first one is Spring. Let me start with Spring. Yes, Spring is just like Spring is Spring is just it's always described, always declared within a what, a quotation mark. Yes, when you're working on a project, when you see Python code and you're seeing an air code, like, sorry, I see an air code, I see the quotation mark. Yeah, quotation mark is between the value you're seeing, like what you are seeing here. What you are seeing here is called what? Well, it's declared as a Spring data type because of what you are seeing, because of what of the double quotation mark you are seeing. I can start to use a single quotation mark, so it's just the same. So let me just so just watch what I'm doing here, and don't forget Python is also case sensitive. I'm not sure you know what I mean case sensitive, and just let me just tell you what case sensitive means. So the second line here, the second line of code here is declared in lowercase or Spring data type, and the third line of code here is describe in what the uppercase in uppercase data type of Spring also. And if I decide to print out this value, decide to print out this value, I always get a different value. Or if I decide to print out the names of on the second line, third line of code, I'll get a different value. The Python interpreter works. This is how Python interpreter works. I have declared a variable, like two variables. The first one is on the second line of code. The first one is on third line, is the second line of code, and the second one is on the third line of code. The Python. Let me just give you a little illustration of how it works. What's it called? I can't remember the name. Okay, Paint. Let me use Paint. Yep. Wow. So this here, you can just watch I'll be doing here. This is Python interpreter. Python interpreter. Okay, sorry. Let me start again. I use my Python code. Oh my god. See my my diagram is crazy. Just let me start again. I think it's cool now. My Python code and this. I think my drawing is funny. This is my interpreter. So funny. And this was and the last one is what's called. The last one is called the bytecode. The bytecode. The bytecode. BC. Don't mind my diagram. I just want to give you a little introduction of how Python interpreter works. So, I think this just make me to laugh honestly. So this is my Python code. Yep, this is my Python code and my Python code. Oh my god, what's wrong with my mouse? This is my Python code. My Python code. So, oh god. So this is my Python code and this second guy in the middle always do a crazy work under the hood, and this crazy work he's doing here is I'm using E for him because he's a guy. So this second person here is always doing crazy work, like a crazy work, a massive work on himself, and so it's always like converting my Python code into a what one and zeros because Python because I my the system of my computer doesn't care what I declare on the first instance here. Doesn't care what I do here. It's always caring about what it get from the interpreter, which is the Python interpreter. So this is bytecode. Bytecode is just the language that computer understand, which are 0 and 1. The bytecode doesn't care about, is careless about my what if statement, careless about my else statement, is careless about my while loop and my for loop. It doesn't care about all the stuff like that. So it's always dealing with this guy in the middle. Interpreter, what does this guy see about it? What got this guy put in his code? Can you just convert it to me? Convert it to 1 and 0 for me to what interpret, for me to what run on my on the PC. So that's just how the stuff work under the hood. If you are playing with coding or stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily means to be it doesn't necessarily has to be Python. I can try to use a C++. I think C++ also has its own and compiler too. I think for C++ is called compiler because C++ or C programming is a static programming language. It's different from Python because Python is a dynamic programming language, and I don't go deep into that. I'll create a share video for that too. And I think you understand what I have described here. So let's go back to what we are talking about. So let me just save always save because most times as a beginner level is always easy to forget what you are dealing with, or when you're coding and enjoying stuff enjoying stuff by yourself. So it's very easy to understand, or sorry, to forget that you've not saved the code before you run it on your command line. So let me just run what I have here. I can decide to, so just watch what I'm doing here. I can decide to yes, I think okay, let me give this one name 2. Let me give this one a name 2. So just to make it more explicit on my system or my interpreter to understand that I'm talking about second name, which is the uppercase Isaac, and the first one is the lowercase Isaac. And when I run into my systems, I think you can see I'm outside the directory of my folder here, of my directory of my folder YouTube. This just for my YouTube channel, and any video I'll be creating in the future video will be placed inside this folder, or any software I'll be working on will be placed inside this folder. Can you see I have like thousands of projects I'm working on. In the next future I'll be dealing with jargon, I'll be dealing with Flask, I'll be working with fast APIs, I'm working with a lot of them. So just I want you to subscribe to my channel and like my video. So yes, I was talking about, yes, let me just run this too. So when you want to run your code, for this command line to understand that, you want to interpret a Python file, you have to declare the name. Declare this name Python as the first on the first step. And if after declaring your Python, there will be a space in between, and after that space you place your a Python file what you want to run want to get like the output of what the what would code that you type inside your Python file, you want to run it on your command line. This is how you get it up and running for yourself. So I've typed it already, and let's see what it brings. Let's see what it brings out. Oh my god! So, can you understand? Can you see what I'm having here? Yes, I'm having this stuff here because I'm not in the right directory of where my Python file is located. Yes, can you see no file? Let me just give you an ls. So can you see what I have here? ls here give me what I have in directory. Can you see? If you notice, I don't have any python.py file here inside this directory, and it's just like, wow, this is actually going to run a Python file, and it's not inside this directory. It's not gonna work for you. That's just what my interpreter is telling me. That's what the command line is telling me. So I will just have to cd into the directory of my Python programming file. Right? So can you just watch what I'm typing? Most times when you're dealing with coding software programming, you have to learn how to fast type on your keyboard. So, but I'm using my laptop to watch for this video for now. So I'll cd into my Python file, Python programming folder. Can you see? Can you see what I have here? Can you see my cursor? So when I cd into it, I will press ls also to know. Wow, can you see? I have my Python. This is the guy I'm dealing with for now to the end of the video. Yeah, this is the guy will always be dealing with now for now. And this is the second guy we have. The txt file is called the text file. I think it's always encoded in this UTL stuff like that. So I don't know if I've been through it with the Python stuff like that. So yep, yes, I've been with this guy. Yes, let me just not much talk again. So well, can you see? I'm having like, okay, let me comment out these other guys here. Comment out these other guys, and so let me just print it again. Well, can you see? I have like, wow, this is awesome. So let me comment this out for now. Yes, I said for now. I will comment it later out. I'll comment it later. What's wrong? I'm just so happy to do this video for you guys. I'm so happy to make this video for you guys. My people out there, I'm so happy for making this video for you guys. So can you see the second line of code is the lowercase Isaac, and third line of code is the uppercase Isaac. These two of them are called was Spring. That's called Spring data types. So I said it earlier, I'll be dealing first with with Spring data types, and if I describe it well enough, I will move into the next one, which is the integer. So you see, I can just use a single quotation mark for my Spring data types. I can just use what's it called, the second, use a double quotation mark for my Spring data types. It's just too obvious to see. When you see any kind of stuff inside your code, or someone else's code that deals with this double quotation mark and this single quotation mark, you know this data type is declared as a Spring. I think that's just the only way of displaying your Spring data types in your Python code or your Python program. So I'll print it here, and can you see the result I have here? I have the lowercase Isaac and uppercase Isaac. This is the result from the from the second line of code, and this is the result from the third line of code. And I think that's all for now. And yes, let me talk about this now before I move on. And each of these data types here I have here, each of the data types I have here, the 7 data types I have here, they have their built-in method and properties. Yes, I'll talk about it. Let me talk about it now. Each of them has their built-in method and properties. So let me just say it now. I think I have to separate this guy. So I'll separate them. They are guys. I'll separate them. So yes, just watch. I'm typing here. Can you see? About 2 different guys here. This first guy is called name. The second guy is called name 2. And this first guy is like, wow, I'm in Spring, and the second guy say, wow, I'm also so in Spring, and how it's just too awesome. So, and don't mind me. Wow, I think, okay, I said I will talk about the built-in method and properties. Yes. Let me play with this first guy. Uppercase. Let me see if it will work. Well, it doesn't work. Can you see? As an attribute. So let me retype it again. It's not working. What's going on? Okay, let me check. Something's wrong. Method. So most times you always have to do is Google. Yes, the first one we need. So most times you always have to do with Google. Yes. You always have to do with Google in your what, in your programming journey, in your programming language journey, in your programming journey, any one of them. You always have to do with the Google and Stack Overflow in your programming journey. And this why do you have to do it Google? Because Google is like a database that comprises a lot of information, like billions of informations, trillions of informations. Either programming, either any field you're into, or any professions you're into, you can just check it out on Google and give you what the results you're expecting. But as a programmer, as a software engineer, these two guys, you have to befriend them very well. The first guy is Google, the second one is Stack Overflow. And I'm hearing the news currently about Stack Overflow getting their AI software out there for software engineers, programmers. So instead of using the ChatGPT, which is trending now, the generative AI tool that's trending now, built by OpenAI, I think the Stack Overflow is getting less traffic nowadays because of ChatGPT. So I think they have come up with a what? They have come up with a new awesome tool, AI product from them, from their in-house. I don't know if it's in-house or a contract or stuff like that, but I'm very sure Stack Overflow will have come up with an in-house AI guys that work on this product for themselves, and that's just how it is. And if you want more updates and more tips about any trending topics on this channel or on this or that is going on around the world, that's why I'm always exploring to what subscribe to my channel, like my video, yes, and share with friends. Also share with your friends that are into programming, that want to learn how to program. So let's go back to what we are dealing with. Yes, this is it. Lower. Let me okay. Lower. Wow, I think this should work. Let's see if this will work. Wow, it works. Can you see? So I talk about method. So this guy is one of the method used in programming language. One of the methods used in programming language. I think Spring has a lot of built-in methods. There are thousands of them. I think I'll show you earlier. I'll show you again. Can you see thousands of what thousands? I think it's not up to thousands, but they are just enormous. You have enormous building method you can use to Spring. I can decide to use. I think I've used what's it called? I've used the lowercase and uppercase. Let me use lowercase also. So yes, so that I think you understand what I mean. It has Spring has its own what built-in 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 method and what and properties. So and I've make use of a method here. Method here I make use of here is called what? Is called uppercase function. So this uppercase function is one of the methods that makes use of here. So wow, what's going on? So let me use where's this guy? Okay, sorry, how to clean this up. So wow, this is one of the methods that make use of, and this is one of the embedded methods that make use of. The embedded method for a Spring data type that make use of here, the upper function. You can decide to call this method, you can decide to call this function. This goes with either names you want to use. It's okay by you. So that's just it from my end. Yes, it converted from what initially it was what lowercase. Can you see? It was lowercase. Yes, my data type Spring was this lowercase here. Cleared Isaac. It converted it to what uppercase because of with this building method. So all this stuff will make sense at the end when you are building your web apps or your software application using Python. And let me check out. I think I've used a method here under Spring. Let me check out the properties, some built-in properties inside the Spring data types. So wow, Spring built-in okay, sorry, some built-in properties of what? Properties of Spring. Properties. Oh my god. Okay. Wow, can you see? Wow, I think this guy, the first result give me what I want. So Can you see count? Return the number of concurrents. I don't count. I don't count. I don't count. What I'm looking for? Length. Okay, let me use length. Length. Wow. Length. It's length property. Property. I'm looking for property. Property. Yes. Can you see? So this index, spring indexing, is one of the property of what? Of a spring data type. Let me how to. Oh my god, let's clean this one up. So what I have here is called index properties. The first one was about so first one was about method. The second will be about what? About properties under what spring. As we have this same year in spring, we also have the same. As we have some built-in method with you have some built-in and built-in properties with spring. You also have likewise also for you also have likewise for list, dictionary, tuple, sets, boolean, and what integers. Each of these data types, I talk about 70 data types. Each of these data types has its own built-in properties and what and method or functions. Any name you desire to use. So yes, this is what is about indexing. So the first one was convert my variable name. This is the variable name. Yes, this is where I'll talk about variable name now. We're already talking about one of the things we're discussing. So, yes, I said we're discussing about variable name and values. I think this is the right time to discuss about it. So this is what I declared. This is my name. I can start to change it. Yeah, I want to change it now. Yes, this is variable name. Can you see? After changing my variable name, it's giving me an error here that name is not defined because I've changed it from the initial state to a new state. So for that changes to reflect on my print method, my print function, I have to change the variable name here also. So underscore. Can you see everything is working now? And also have to change it here also. Can you see? So can you see my screen very well? I think it is better now. This is just all for you guys. So I mix of a method, building method in this part, in this first part. I mix of a property in the second part. So yes, can you just guess what this second line will give out to me? But don't forget before we move on, when you counting in mathematics, you start most times you start with 1 in mathematics. You start with man. Yes, as a certified mathematician, it starts with 1 most times. But in programming, in the software programming world, you start with what? 0. Start from 0. If you are counting, doing the mathematics stuff in programming, you start with 0. So yes, with respect to programming language, you starting with what? You can't starting with 0. So when you're this, I think it's 5. There are 5 different characters joined together. Yes, there are 5 different characters joined together to make Isaac as a name. Yes, all these are called character. Each of these stuff are called what character. Each of these letters are called character in programming. So yes, this one is a character. Each letter S is a character. This double A is called a character. The third one, yes. The fourth one is called what? C. It's also a character. So yes, 0. Yes, the first one will be we'll start. I said it earlier that we start accounting programming from 0. So the first one will be 0. Our I will be 0. Our S will be what? Our S will be 1. Our A will be 2. Yes. So that means what we got here as the result is A. So let me just print it out to show you guys. What's going on? Isaac is not defined. Which line? Did you mean name 2? Oh my god. What's going on here? Yes, just print all this stuff for me. It's not defined. Okay, I didn't save. Okay. Oh, can you see? That's what I've been. Well, that's what I said earlier. Most times, I was like, well, what's going on? Because I've changed my variable name. It was initially name. I changed to my name and my name here, and I was expecting to get my result, and I just forgot to save. So those are the things I have to deal with. You have to deal with as a beginner software engineer or beginner programmer coming into programming or coming into coding. So can you see? I just forgot to save, and I've saved now, so I'll get my expected results. So well, can you see? Wow. Can you see what I have here? I said earlier we'll be getting A. So don't forget in programming, we're starting with your number counting with from what zero upward, and upward. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And so I think that's just it from my end. Yes, I've talked about what's it called? I talk about the spring. Let's move to the second part. Second part, which is what? Which is the word second part, which is the list. Is it list? Yes, let's talk about integer. Where's integer? Oh, this is the guy. Let's talk about integer. Yes, integer. Yes, let's talk about integer. Yes, let's move to integer. I'm done with spring. Wow, I can comment my code. So let's move to the second part, which is integer. And integer. Wow. Yes, before I move on, let me just say this. Before I move on, my integer, my value, let me change this to make it what more understand, not more under more comprehensive. Let me use the word comprehensive to make it more comprehensive, my number. Because as a software engineer, as a software programmer, all this declaring variable names and values will be more important when you move into the advanced part, when you are writing a full code or a full web app, a full software that involve like not only you in this project, like thousands of guys, maybe 4 or 5 in the team. You're working as a team in a team member, stuff like that. You just have to make your work more declarative, more comprehensive, like your coding, your code program. Make it more comprehensive, more declarative because as I am now, I work as a software engineer, and if I make a mistake or I make a wrong, I cite a wrong variable name, and I gave it to my TL, like my team lead, my TL, and he was like, "Wow, Isaac, what's going on with you? What declared is not fine at all. It's not what I expect." So all this thing you have to do is with it in your ground up, from the ground up now when you are a beginner. So yes, I've changed it from what it was said earlier to what a new variable name now. And the new variable name I have here is what my number, and the value I have here is what is some gibberish of what of integers of some characters of integers. Let me put it that way, characters of integers. So you want to print out this stuff. Yes, let me just say this now. Print is one of the built-in method that comes with Python, and any value, any stuff that comes within this two brackets here, this first bracket here and second bracket here. Hope you guys can see my cursor. So can you see where my cursor is pointing? Anything that come between this print method will be printed out on the console, on the command line. So my command line I'm using is git bash. I said that earlier. So that's just, you have to deal with that. So that's just works. That's just how the print method works. Make what? Okay, what do you have here? That's his own role, his own work. It's just let me just give it out. Let me just give what is within these two brackets, the open bracket and the close bracket. Can you see? This is the open bracket, this is the close bracket. What is declared, they will print it out in the console. So that's just how it is. So wow. So I have said that earlier. I don't want to go much deep dive into that. And so let me just print it out as what can you see? So as we have integers method in integers, we have properties in integers also. So let me properties, as I have said it earlier, each of these methods and properties are unique to themselves. So the properties and method in integers is unique to itself, You can't compare it to the properties and integers that comes with string or sets or dictionaries or the other data types in Python. That they are always unique to themselves. They are unique to their what to their parent or to their father. Sorry, I'm using father and parent here. And this father and parent I'm referring to are these guys. And there are some that are like exempted from these rules. Yes, just and just search it out. Just do a research on that. I think that's just one of the assignments that we're giving to you. So if you come across anyone that is similar to each other with the properties and method between those data types, leave it down in the comment section below, and I will know that you have gone out to do your research of what I talk about. So I think that's just it from my end, and I'll talk about integer. I'll talk about string. Let's move to the next one, which is what? Which is the what? Which is the boolean. Yes, boolean is this boolean guy. This boolean is just so very easy. So boolean has to do with two values. And can you see the values I have here? And the variable name I have here is my name, and the values I have here is some gibberish of numbers or character. And in boolean, let me just declare the boolean stuff for you. My boo. Okay, sorry. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, I'll print out my boo. So I have to uncomment this out because I'm not bonding with integers. So if you want to know much about the properties and method that comes with integer, you can do more research on that either on Google, Stack Overflow, or ChatGPT if you want. And I think this AI is getting to make it more easier for software engineers, for the beginner level guys to dive into what programming or software in general. Because I remember then when I started off around 2017 or 2018, then I was like full focus into programming. I've not heard about AI. AI has not taken the trend. Has not taken that trend stuff as it has now currently. So I think as we get him into this AI, I think the next 5 years, I'm not sure about this job of 18. And wow, so don't let me digress. Let me just go back to what I was talking about. So my boo is equal to true, and yes, yes, I've said it earlier. This is variable name, new variable name, and this is what the value, and this is equal to sign that stores. Okay, my brew is storing this value. It's just like a memory card. Yes, inside this memory card I can have like different type of data files, and I could have what a is audio file, can that have a video file, can that have a what text file inside the word. But this guy is acting as a memory card. But inside this memory card I have what? Inside the memory card I have what? This thing is stored in it called what? True. Is a what? A boolean value. A boolean value. So don't forget, I said it earlier, each of these data type has its own built-in method and string, built-in method and properties, and this boolean also has its stuff like that. So but inside this boolean word, boolean words always take two values. Boolean word no get stress at all. Sorry for using pigeon. Boolean value no get stress at all. So now just two stuff in get. Sorry. Now just two stuff in get. The first one I've declared which is true. The second one is this is the second one. This is the first value for boolean, and this is the second value for boolean. So boolean no get stress at all compared to the other data types. Don't worry, sorry, I'm using pigeon now. So yes, this is the second one. The first one is true, second one is false. And don't forget, there will be, let me just print it. I want to see what will work, what will happen. So all this thing is just how to sprout out that curiosity in you of what will work, what I'll be expecting as a result. Why I type out my code on the CI. And don't forget, I have declared two different variable. Yes, let me use what different because each of them has two different value. And let me just check out the miracle. Wow, it works. Well, it's printing the second value. Why is it printing the second value? So I think the first one is invisible to what, to this guy. and I don't know. So let me just print. Let me just change the variable name. So what I'm obviously we'll get the second value printed out on the command line. I don't know what's wrong with the first one, which is the true value, but I have to give it a different name. The reason why I wanted to print it out in the first place to know I was thinking I'll be getting an error. I didn't get an error, so I think Python interpreter was smart enough to get out the second one for me, to print out the second value for me, which is the first. So, but I want to change the first one to what a different to change. I want to change the first. I want to change the first one, which is the variable name mybo to a new variable name now. I'll be using to since I have changed the variable name, I'll be expecting what? So I changed the variable name. I'm expecting to get two results now. Can you see? I have two results now. The first one is the mybo2 value, and the second one is the mybo. So, and each of these has its own method and properties. Oh, my typo error. So, can you see each of them has its own BTM method and property. So let me move to the next one, which is the what? Yes, I think let me check. I think we are moving forward very well. Yes, I think I'll talk about this first two here. And yes, who is the next guy? Who should I pick? I'll work on this one. I'll work on this one. I'll work on this one. And the next one should be what? List. Let me go for list. So list. Yeah, can you see my list here? This is my friend. List is my friend. Can you see? It's my close friend. Sure. Let's work on list now. Yes, list also has its own built-in properties and methods. Yes, it has I think I'll play with this list properties and method also. Properties and method. Yes, list also is one of the data types, the big data types of in Python. It has its own built-in method and built-in properties that what accustomed to what list. So to accustomed to list to the guy list. So, and just don't forget I can try to give this one, and it can hold so many variables, can hold so many values instead. It can hold so many values as many as possible. And don't forget, initially I talked about Spring. Can you see? Obviously Spring is reflecting here. I talked about an integer in the previous play in the previous time, and obviously integer is showing itself out here also. So the first value I have here inside my list is a string, and second value I have here is called an integer. And you'll be surprised, like, wow, this list is very versatile. Yes, it's very versatile. It can hold many data types as many as much. That also holds the what? Also dictionary too. Let me declare dictionary now. I know I've not talked about dictionary, but I'm talking about it now. Yes, I'm talking about it now. It can also the dictionary too. Can you see? Wow. So most times when you're seeing this kind of stuff inside your code. Sorry, my name. If you are seeing this kind of stuff inside your code, you know this. If you are seeing the kind of stuff inside your code that deals with variable name and value inside air quotes, inside the double quotation, inside the double quotation, and those name variable name and value is separated with a column. Obviously you are dealing with dictionary, so you can do research on that just to confirm what I'm talking about. So yes, I inside this list name I have here, this variable name I have here, this list variable name is called, the variable name here is name. So, and this is the list already. I've declared the list, and inside this list I have three different data types, which is the string, the integer, and the word dictionary. So I want to print it out to get out the results. Can you see? Wow. Okay, sorry, let me comment this out. We are done with boolean. So now we're talking about what? About dictionary. Yes. Okay, sorry, I said we're talking about dictionary. We're talking about list now. So list here. Can you see? It's list. So just to confirm what I'm talking about, let me just. So all these things are what? Are the built-in method, but built-in functions that comes with what? With Python. So this type method here is just to let me know the data types I've declared here. This is what a variable name. This is stuff I declared. Let me do stuff. This is stuff I declared here. So I want to know the data types of this stuff. All the data type of this guy here. So with my system in my system line of code, system line of code, when I type it out on my command line, I'll be getting the results. Can you see? Wow. So this, can you see, this is the first one here, which is the list. It's telling me that this guy here is a list, and this second guy here is a what? Is also a list. Yes, it's just giving me the data types. That's just the function. That's the role of this type method. This type method is to show me, to tell me the data types of what? Data types of this name, or this guy, of this guy on the 15 line. So if I want to print out the data types of this one here, my bow, let me just type it out. So I'll be expecting what? Boolean. Just to tell you guys. Can you see what I have here? So this is what I have here. So this is what from here. This is from here. So just under integer. Yeah, that's what is on that list. Yes, I said I will talk about. So let me go back to Google. So the method and properties of list in Python. So just all this is just to show you guys, what are the unique method and properties that comes with what list. I think, yeah, pop. Let me pop. Yes, pop. What should I use? Here? Let me use pop. Okay, let me use max. I think this is okay. Yes, this is the method that comes with what? That comes with Python. Let me use. Okay, yes, I talk about. I'm just confused on which method to use, honestly. So let me use max. Yes, let me use max. Yes, I'm using max here. So what will I be getting after I print it out here? Wow, max. What's going on? It's not supported between instances. It's not supported between instances of. Okay, instances of. I don't know this command line. Okay, why is it getting this error? Just cross the cat. Just have to be curious. Why am I getting this error? What is this from? Support everything. I'm still getting the same error. Something is wrong. 18th line. Yeah, the 18th line. Okay. Let me do it this way. So let's see. Oh, wow. This now has not attribute max. I don't know. I think copy. Okay. Let me play with this pop. So funny. So I'm getting the last result from this list. Assuming, let me just. I think I have Zico. So it should print out the dictionary I have there. Can you see? I'm getting the dictionary as well as the end result here. So I think I have spent more time on this already. So I think, yes, I've said it earlier. You can just choose more Google search results on method and properties. I play with one of the method here. I played one of the method here that is with list. Yes, that is list. Can decide to check out properties also that this will. I'm not get. Let me check out if I can say properties. Properties of list. Properties of list. Properties of list. Properties of list. Properties. List properties. Oh, wow. Properties of list. Oh, what's this? Properties of list. Properties of list. Properties of list. What's this? Properties of list. No, properties of list. These are sequence. These are sequence. Okay, these are properties of list. Yes, lists are ordered, can contain a dynamic and mutable. Mutable means these are things you can ask in a technical interview. Like, can you just tell me the properties of a list? I think this is just the theoretical aspect of what of the coding or the programming stuff. So yes, the mutable means they are they can be changed. You can change them. Initially, I've declared the list initially I declared the list here. Let me just give an example. So this inside this list here, I can still change it. I can you see? So when I print out this list one, I'll get the results. I'll get this as a result because I know list is what mutable. These are the properties of list. So I think I'm done with list. Let's move back to what we're discussing. Yes, I'll talk about list dictionary too. So I think if you have any question, let me play with set. This is set now. So let me play with set. Set was declared using set. If you notice, set and dictionary are declared using curly brackets. Yes, set and what and dictionary are declared using curly brackets. So I can, and the difference between the declaration is that dictionary has is if you are declaring a dictionary in Python, it has is what it has to be declared using properties and value. I mean name and value. It has to declare using name and value, but inside set you don't need to declare it using what name and value. Techniques that's inside what dictionary. So you can just can you see? Yes, let me just watch I'm doing here. Watch what I'm working on. Name. I'll print out this name. So let me comment out all this because I'm done with it. I'm done with all this. Comment it out. The command line the command line I use for commenting is control/. I'll create a special video on the special or those keyboard shortcut command line you need to know how to sort of programmer using VS Code as your major tools, as your major apparatus for playing with code. So let me print out this stuff for you. Wow, it's got printed out. It's got printed out. It got printed out. Wow, that's cool. So let me check out the type. Let's check out the type. So this is just the I think okay. Yes, I said there are some types that what there are some methods that are common, that are similar to all these data types of Python, and this type method is one of them. Is a method that is common to all data types. You can use for any data type, either list, either number, or look, any kind of data types. I think I talk about 7 data types in Python, so it's just very common to each of them. Very common. You can use it for type. Can use say type. Can use it for list. Can use it for string. Can use it for dictionary. And let me just check what I have here. Can you see? Can you see here? What can you see? What I have here? Can you see set? Don't mind me. Yes. Wow. Can you see? Wow, I'm surprised. I'm getting this. Yeah. So, I think that's just it from my end. And yes, let's move to the next one. And this set also has its own built-in method and properties. You can try to do Google search on that. Google search on that to know which the method and properties that is unique to what to set data types. Let me check it out for you guys. Yes, this video is for you guys, the beginner guys out there. The set. It's the process of setting Python. And all that. Okay. immutable. So if the immutable means they can't be changed when it's declared. That can't be changed when it's declared. You can see unchangeable. This is one of the properties of set. They are immutable. Immutable. Immutable means unchanged. Immutable means change. So that's just grammar for you. English. That's English for you. So yes, I said, can you see we're using these are the springs here inside the set. You have two different fruits declared here inside the what a data type of set, and the variable name given here is what this set. So I have three fruits here: the apple, banana, and cherry. So I'm looking for a property. I've not seen a property here. What's going on? I'm looking for property. I've not seen a property here. I'm checking the properties of what or properties of what set. I don't know what's going on. So I'm expecting something cool. Well, let me check this thing out. Well, let's pop out. Okay, what's going on? Like seriously, so set doesn't have a set type. So if you come across a properties or a method that is unique to set, you can just let me know in the comment section below. And I'm very sure some guys that watch my video are some experienced or some guys that did dive into that are getting themselves dirty with programming already in Python. But this video is what mainly for beginners out there. And I said earlier, you can always do good search on properties and methods that are unique to set. I'll talk about set, I can talk about list, I talk about tuple, I've not talked about tuple. I've talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are left with these two guys, dictionary and tuple. Which one should I pick? So let me just be fast with it. Here's the tuple. Here's this tuple. Yes, tuple. So wow, what's going on? Oh my god, I was using the wrong Python file. Can you see? I'm having my what? I'm having my results. So can you see the result here I have here? Yes, the wrong Isaac name. Wow. So let me check it again. Can you see? Wow, obviously. So here in tuple, if you declare what your variable name and your value in tuple, this is how it's declared. Name and height. Make it more declarative, make more comprehensive. Those are the things you have to do with as a programmer. My tuple, this will be more comprehensive enough for anyone watching it. So my tuple, yes, my tuple is Isaac. The first value I have is Isaac. Second value I have is height. Yes, all these things are what are declared as spring inside my tuple. The first spring is height. The second one is what? The second one is what? Is second one is height. I can try to convert to change each of these double quotation mark to a single quotation mark and still work the same way. I'll still get my result, the expected result I'll be expecting. So I think that just is from my end. Yes, and this tuple also has its own lists and method. I say list. This tuple also has its own built-in properties and method also, just like the initial one I talk about, which was the set. So, and I think let me print it out. Let me check out. Let me just briefly check out the properties of what? Properties of what? Of tuple. I think putu putu I think putu. I think tuple is what is immutable. You can't change. Wow, that was cool. You can't change tuple. Yes, I said tuple. You can't change tuple to. Just funny. You can't change tuple. You can't change tuple two. So that's what I meant to say. So you can't change tuple. Oh my god. Wow, don't mind me. So you can't change tuple two. You're just fun anyway. Okay. Wow, I think today has been stressful. So, but I want to make this video for you guys. So, beginners out there. Okay. I can get into Portugal. Oh my god. Okay, let's check out the length. The length is one of the properties of what of tuple two. of tuple. Let me use the word tuple. I don't want to use two again. Okay. Wow. Ah, oh my god. I spent hours here. Oh, can you see? What am I having? Okay. Okay. I seriously? Okay, okay, okay. I'm using the wrong data. I'm using the wrong the wrong variable name. Let me comment this out. I'm done with list. Okay. What I'm expecting is what two. Was let to just give me what is going on. Okay. Something's wrong. So I'm giving out the wrong the variable name. So what I'm expecting here is what it's so what can I say? I get my expected result which is what two. So I think this length is also a general method that's common to all these data types to length. Yes, I think so. You can do more research on that as a what? As a software engineer, as a software programmer. Always be curious, cross the kitty cat. So that's just it from my end. Let me talk about the last one, which is dictionary. Wow, we're almost done. Wow, I spent like hours here. Okay, this is dictionary. So wow, what's going on? So let me just print it out to see what I'm getting. Can you see? Dictionary. Am I getting this guy? Okay, let me comment this out. I'm done with this. So I hope you guys can see what I'm typing here and just understand. And if you have any question or you need more, you are a little bit in the dark about what I've been talking about. Yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are coming up as a newbie or you're just watching my video for the first time, my name is Isaac and I am a software engineer. And this video is for you guys for beginner level data, getting the first dirty with Python or with coding. And I would really recommend Python as a first programming language for you guys to what play with the data dive into and see how it works, because it's a multifunctional language. The community is a large one. Which of the community want belongs to? Is the Python community, is the Flask community, is the Django community, is the Fast API community. You have so many communities out there that you can dive into or can join either on your social medias, either Slack, either Discord, either WhatsApp, either Facebook, either stuff like that, either LinkedIn or LinkedIn also. So that's just it. And I want to print out the name. Yes, so you just have to join those communities. When you join those communities as a beginner, they always, if you have questions or if you come across any issues of going online, if you come across any issues that is the code, you're having a bug or issues on your code, always ask it out on those group, and they'll give you your results. They'll give you those other guys that are more experienced than you what will answer your question. So that's just it from my end. And I yes, let me show out the results here. I'll save my always remember to save your what your results. Save your results. Save your what your code. Let me put it that way. Save your code. And you see I have my what? I have my height here which is 22. I have my what? Am I 22 meter? I'm not sure. This is just for what for a video sake. So this is my name Isaac and the height here I declared I as 22. So yes, let me give it out again. Friends, it's obvious. So yes, in dictionary it has its own built method and what properties also. So you can check that one out on your free time too. I think we're done with data types. We're done with variable name. The next one is the built-in. I think we're done with the built-in method. Yes, I've used this one. These are the built-in method I talk about. Yes, the built-in method I talk about. The built-in method I talk about in Spring. When we're talking about Spring data types, I think the hard is also. So I think right. I don't want to go deep into this. I think this ad is what the custom. I can decide to create is what a simple custom function inside Python that will just add two numbers for me, two different numbers that are integers for me. But I don't give you guys much stress. I don't give you guys much stress because I know you guys are beginner, and I'm not making jest of you guys because I was like you also when I was starting up then. Yes, and I was getting myself dirty with Python, and it was really hard for me. And I was like, wow, inside the mosquito, I was programming, I was doing this stuff because I was like very curious. The fire was hot then. The curiosity was like fire then when I was starting then. And thank God for the journey so far. And I really appreciate where he has brought me. And I'm all grateful to God for the effort and the blessings so far I had on this journey. So programming is just sweet anyway, and coding is sweet too, and it's kind of sometimes messy too. It's sometimes sweet, is sometimes this is sweet, sometimes it's sweet. Coding is either sweet and sweet. So it's just two stuff you'll be enjoying it on the same part. So I think that's just little diversion or stuff like that. So and I talk about yes moving into decision making. Oh my god. So then moving into decision making now. Decision making, yes the follow up, yes, wow, cool. So decision making now, yes, let me be fast and brief about it. So I want to declare a variable name, in a code name Isaac, and so I want to check. Yes, I want to use I'm moving to decision making now. So most times in your programming in your programming journey, in your coding journey, we're talking about decision, be making decisions like, okay, I want to print a file, I want to print out a file, I want to query some database online or create some database on my local host or stuff like that. Yes, all these are what decisions that the computer is making for you instead of you what or instead of you and doing entering the system will do it for you. Yes, that's what we are called programmers. The system will do it for you. You don't need to stress yourself. Well, this is just where the computer interpreter comes in, or the Python interpreter comes in. Is you convert all this coding stuff you are doing into one and zeros for the system to understand. Because this system or this piece doesn't understand if statement, doesn't understand Isaac, doesn't understand name, doesn't understand list. All this stuff are what are jargons to him. But that's where this Python interpreter comes in. So I am Python interpreter. I always convert all these jargons, all these jabbers, all this stuff like that into one and zero, because the only language computer understands is one and zero. So altogether sticks to your head. So yup, name. What will I be expecting? Wow, like I'm using JavaScript here. Don't mind me. I'm in JavaScript here. This I'm sorry for this. I'm moving to JavaScript. Sorry. So I've forgotten I was dealing with what a Python video. So funny. So so don't forget, indentation is part of what you're dealing with also in Python. Yes, indentation is what we're dealing with in Python. Yes, indentation is what's all the things you're dealing with in Python. Oh my god, let me start this stuff. Wow, it works. So this is not a list, so it can't work. So assuming this one is a list, you can exactly use if name is not stuff, if name is not Isaac. But let me put it inside a list. I think I'm going a bit advanced. So if name is not, if Isaac is not, yes. What is this? If Isaac is not name. Do you mean okay? Wow, can I see those are things you enjoy as a software engineer? Yep. What's this? It's not okay. Okay. If Isaac is not equals to what? So it's just telling me this is just to I want to explain what this thing is doing here. So I've declared my yes. Let me just I'm commanding it initially it was list. I'm commanding it to spring again. So this is spring data types, and this guy is making a decision here. Is checking if my name I declared here, the name I declared here, which is Isaac, is equal to or not equal to. It's checking if it's not equal to what Isaac, and if it's not equal to Isaac, print name. So I'm getting Isaac as can you see? This is the result I have here from what the decision is making here. So this if he's doing a role of making a decision for me, like check this guy. If this guy is not equal to what Isaac X, if it's not equal, I print Isaac, and if it's equal, do something else. So I can have to use an else statement here too. Else statement. Don't forget this indentation is necessary in Python too. It's very necessary, very important. Indentation is part of what Python deals with. And if your code is not well indented enough, you always get an issue, always have an issue while running it in your command line. Oh man, oh god. So wow, I'm done with that. Let's move to the next one, which is what the for loop. The for loop. The for loop here. So wow. So this is it. I created a variable name called fruit, and inside this fruit it has a lot of inside this fruit it has a lot of fruit inside it. I have banana inside my list. I have it's just like having a line of food with some bananas, apple, and cherry. Yes. So inside this stuff, inside the list, I have banana. I have three different apples, three different fruits, and these different fruits. So I want to loop through each of these elements here. This is the first element, this is the second element, and this is the third element. Don't forget in a previous video, in a previous talk, I talked about counting. The counting of numbers. Number counting starts with in programming or in coding in general. You can't start from zero. In no mathematics you start with one. Most times you start with most times in mathematics you start with one. But in programming you always start with zero. So this is 0, 1, and 2. And for loop for fruit inside fruit, this is a fruit because I have three different fruits. And to be plural. For fruit and fruit, print out what? Print out fruit. Print out each of them. Each of them which are banana, apple, and cherry. So and don't forget this indentation too. If it's not indented, can you see? This I think I'm using pylint. Pylint has giving me what like don't try it, Isaac. It's not work. That's what pylint is telling me here. So let me indent it back. So don't forget you always use tab to indent your code. The tab shortcut, the tab key on your keyboard to indent your code. So indentation is necessary in Python. Can you see I got my result here? It says it interpreted out these three different fruits for me, and that's just the role of what for. It's like the role of for loop. Loop through each of these fruits for me, each of these elements for me inside the fruit. And I think why not? Yes, and this is for loop, and while loop is almost time used for infinite iteration. I want to iterate over some limitless numbers or limitless stuff like that. I'll use while loop. And yes, that's all it from my end. And it's been a long journey, and I think we'll spend over hours here on this video. Yes, the last one, which is arithmetic. Let me talk about this one as fast as possible. Yes, arithmetic. Let's move to arithmetic. We're almost done with the video. Yes, this is arithmetic. Yes, this is the arithmetic. Can you see? Let me comment this out. You're done with this guy. You're done with this guy. You're done with this guy. What with this guy? You're done with this guy. I just want to comment out all the print statement we have, except this one for the arithmetic statement. So let me print out the result. What's going on? Okay. So modulus doesn't work. Modulus doesn't work for. Modulus doesn't work. This is modulo. Modulo should work. Can you see? Modulus work. I'm using the wrong modulo sign initially, so I'm using the right modulo sign now, and I'm getting this as a result. So the first one is addition. This is just decimal number. I didn't talk about floating, double or floating. Yes, double or floating. Yes, the double or floating should be part of this, or part of the list. Yes, there are 8 numbers. Float. So most times it's called float. Is it float? Yes, most times it's called float. Sometimes it's called some programming language call it float. Some programming language call it decimal. So I'm dealing with floating data types here inside my print method. This one is 2.44, 3.33. So all these ones are decimal numbers. This one is the 3 decimal point. The 3 decimal point. 3 decimal point, and so I've gotten the answer already, and I think I've tried enough. And if you have any question, this video has been long enough. If you have any question to all my friends out there, to all my people out there that watch my video. If you have any question about my video, you can just let me know in the comment section below. Answer a question. Wow, it's been a long journey, and don't forget to like my video, subscribe, and share this video to your friends. Yeah, this video is just about programming, and so far we've talking about what are the things you need to know to be a Python programmer, Python developer, and these are the fundamentals you have to deal with as a beginner level Python programmer. If you are good with the basics, it's just like a building. When you're okay with the building is well structured. When you see a well structured building, you know obviously it will stand for a long time, for years and years, and nothing will happen to it because the foundation is cool, the foundation is well structured, the foundation is well solidified. Let me use that term. Let me use the grammar. So so that's just it. And if you're okay with the basics, that's just what programming. I'm just giving guys a little secret now at the end part of the video. So when you're okay with the basics of any programming language, you can either pick any programming language as your first coding language apart from Python. When you're okay with the basics, you can either pick Java as a first language. When you're picking Java, take up the basics, give yourself time, give yourself patience enough to work, learn the basics very well. If you're okay with the basics, you are good with it, you can manage stuff with it. All these things are also what similar to what I'll be doing, what the Python or a Java developers will be doing out there for the data types of Java 2, and it's just similar to each other. All these programming languages are friends to one another. So that just is from my end. What is applicable here might be applicable to what Java 2 in some code syntax. Let me put it that way. Some code syntax in some properties and some methods too. Yes. So that's just how in terms of what data types. So that's just what programming language is. So they are just friends to one another. So I think that's just it from my end. And don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget more videos about tech, about programming, and about any kind of stuff like that will be coming up on your way on this channel. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to rest also. Thank you guys for watching my video. See ya.